Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today by using C++ program we will see how to use array of objects in C++ program. So here I have declared one class, name of class is student. So in this I am taking only two data members, int RNO, that is for roll number, char name in bracket 20 to accept name for student. I am using here character type array, that is name, size is 20. In public section I have written here two member functions. One is get data and another is put data. So void get data and void put data. This is one very small class. Only the aim is to store roll numbers and names of students, different students. We define here get data function. So void student scope resolution get data. In that just we have written when it will give information to the user or instruction to user enter student roll number, and after that cin RNO. So here user has to input roll number for student object. Similarly, to accept value of next data member, another data member, here instruction is written enter student name. So after that, as a response, user has to give name of student object. So cin name. So after execution of this get data, data member will get initialized for student object. To display this information, we are using put data member function. So void student scope resolution put data. As per the syntax, the definitions are written. So in that, we are just displaying values of RNO and name. After that, in main function, here we have created actual array of object. See, once the class is created, we can create any number of objects. Basically, my aim is to store information of different students. If I want to store information of one student, I need to create one object of student class. If I want to store information of two students, I have to create two objects of student class. Likewise, for 10 objects, I need to have 10 objects of student class. Up till 10, still it is okay, but let us consider you want to store information of 1000 students or suppose 100 students. So it is not so easy that to maintain record or to maintain the track for 100 students to have different 100 objects of student class. Instead of that, if we are creating array of object like this, here I have created array of just 5 students. So student S in bracket 5, that means I am creating array of 5 students and name of my array is S. So S of 5 is nothing but array of object and the name given is S. So like this, if we are creating array of object, keeping track of each and every object will be easy. So just like if we want to accept data member, we have to call get data method. So within for loop we can call get data, within for loop we can call put data. So keeping this track will be easy by using loops as because it is array of object. So size will be flexible. As per the requirement, you can increase or decrease this size. So here for convenience, I have taken here set of 5 objects or array of 5 elements of type student class. So student S of 5. After that, screen clear, CLR is here. So as we are having array size as 5, here in for loop we are using limit as 5. Array of 5 objects means our actual elements will be S of 0, S of 1, S of 2, S of 3 and S of 4. Array always starts with index 0, so elements will be from 0 to 4. So S of 0 to S of 4, this will be the objects of student array of object. Okay. So here we are using for loop to access get data within that, so it will be easy. So for int I equals to 0 to I less than 5, as total number of objects are 5, here we are using this condition as I less than 5. That means it will work from 0 to 4. That means these will be our elements from 0 to 4. And then I plus plus. Within this for loop, here we have written S of I dot get data. We are calling here get data method for student object. So we will hand run this. When value of I is 0, this condition will be true. So it will come inside and it will call get data method by using I0. So it will be like S of 0 dot get data. So it will call this method as for first object S of 0 get data method is called. So for this get data method, user will get instruction that user has to import roll number, he has to input name, and some roll number and name is given. Let us consider I am giving roll number 1. I am giving here first name. Here I am giving first name as any name can be given. I am giving this name. Okay. Then I value after this calling this function, it will increase the value of I by 1. Now value of I is 1. Still 1 is less than 5. It will come inside the loop. Now this time value of I is 1. So it will execute S of I value is 1. So S of 1 for next object get data method is called. Get data is again called. Again get data method will get execute. User has to input one roll number. Let us consider roll number is 2. Second name I am giving this as okay. Again cursor will come back. I value will get increased by 1. Now I value is 2. 2 is less than 5. Condition true will come inside. Next statement will be S of 2 dot get data. It will execute S of 2 dot get data. So one more time execution of this for loop. So because of this execution of get data will happen, and here again user has to give roll number. Let us consider roll number is 3 and the next number, next name I am giving okay. It will come back, it will increase the value of I again by 1. Now value of I will be 3. So 3 less than 5, condition true. So S of 4 dot get data will be executed. So it will be S of 3 dot get data. We are calling get data method for next object, that is S of 3, that is fourth element of our array. So again get data will execute. Here I am giving value as 4 for roll number, and here I am giving name for student. After that again it will come over here, it will increase value of I. Now value of I is 4. 4 is less than 5, still condition is true. It execute for loop. Now this time value of I is 4. So it is S of 4 dot get data. This method is called. So because of that get data is executed one more time. Let us consider I am giving roll number 5. Here I am giving this as a student name. So after that value of I will get increased. Now I is 5. So 5 less than 5 condition false. Now this time it will not continue for loop, it will come out of the for loop, and these lines, output lines, will get displayed here. Student information, then headings will be roll number and name with some space, with some tab. And now we want to print what are the data we have just inserted by using get data method for 5 student object. This data we want to display. So to display student data, we are having method as put data over here. So in put data, we are going to display roll number and name of student object. So already the objects are created. These are initialized. Data members are assigned the values, roll number and name. Simply we have to call put data method. So for I equals to 0 to I less than 5, I plus plus, similar for loop is taken over here. So that means it will execute this for loop from I equals to 0 to I equal to 5, that is less than 5. So that means it will execute this s of I dot put data from s of 0 dot put data, then s of 1 dot put data, then s of 2 dot put data, then s of 3 dot put data, and lastly s of 4 dot put data, and it will print what are the values given over here. This our data will be printed as an output, like 1, roll number 1, first student name, roll number 2, second student name, roll number 3, third student name, roll number 4, fourth student name, and roll number 5, fifth student name, as a response to our for loop. After executing put data method 5 times, this output will appear on our screen. So here in comment I am not writing this output. We will directly run and see on output screen. So I save this program, I compile this, and I execute. So what are the data I had given over here? Same data I am giving. Roll number 1, there I had given this data. This is my student 1. Roll number 2, it was the student name. Then roll number 3, again student name. Roll number 4, again student name. And for last roll number 5, this was student name I had given. Okay, so as a response, as a output of si.putData, 5 times we have executed that for loop. For s of 0 dot put data, we are getting this first line. For s of 2 dot put data, this is second line, then third, fourth, fifth. Like this, we have executed information, we have displayed information for our 5 object. So if we are using array of object, keeping track of these objects to access this object or the list of object will be easy. If we want to have more objects, same code skill we want to use. Let us consider I want to store record for 100 objects. Simply what I have to do, I have to write here 100. Instead of 5, I will use here 100, and here also I will write 100. That means same program code we can execute for whatever the size of array you want to require. For that, same program can be used with minor changes. If instead of these constant, if we are using here some suppose name of some variable, suppose size, and I can assign some size with some values like this. If I am writing this, I can do like this. If I am writing int size equals to, now here I have taken 5, so that means size will be 5. So file declaration, I can use here size. In condition also here I write size. Here also I can write size. We save, we compile. So what is this? So here, as here I have used it needs here constant. So for that, here what I do, I have to declare this size as constant. So we can declare this constant and this constant can be used. So if it is constant, it can be used within the array. So what I do, so I am declaring size as constant. So whatever the value here I have taken, it will reflect wherever the size is written. So after that, it will be easy to increase your length of array or decrease your length of array only to this constant value. You have to apply the size of array whatever required. If I am doing here 2, it will be the size of only the array of size 2. I am taking here 2. I compile, I save, I compile, I execute. So it will take only 2 data values. I simply give here AAA. Here I give BBB. See, only 2 array length is 2 over here. Similarly, if I want to have more elements, I have to simply do only one change for this const size. Here only if I want to store record for 100 students, I take it 100. So it will accept data for 100 students and it will 100 students data will get displayed over here. Okay, this will be very large execution, so I am not going to execute this. So I simply keep it as 5. What was that previously? Okay, so this is all about array of object, how to use array of object in a class. So to keep track of set of objects will be easy. If large amount of data you want to store, too many number of objects you want to handle, using array of object will be easy and will be suitable for code. I hope you understood. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Keep watching.